Oh boy, am I thirsty. Let me go into my backpack. I got a Gatorade. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, what else do I got in there? Oh, Powerade. You know, I love the red flavor. But, you know, I think I want something that's got some real juice. You see this? This is my new computer. It's very powerful. It's got a dedicated graphics card in this size. And it's like the size of 2 sports drinks. Look at this. So if you couldn't already guess, I've received a few packages. Package number 1. Package number 2. Package number 3. And I already took these out of the package, but these were in a package, so I'll say package number 4. Now I am still waiting for some stuff to arrive, but in the meantime, I bought these used and I really want to make sure they work so I don't lose my money. So I'm gonna get to building. Also, if you're wondering, I'm waiting on one of the most important things, the case. Well, I mean, the most important in this build because that's like the really special thing is the case. First thing I'm gonna start with is this box right here. This is going to have my motherboard in it, but not only is my motherboard in there, there's a CPU already in there because I bought it as a bundle. It even comes with a little hair. Nice. It's not little, by the way. This comes with 2 really weird hairs. Don't you just love buying used? I can't even. It's like under the CPU. What? All right. Yo, no flame, but I really hate whenever CPUs are like this. That's a lot of paste. Next up, I need to get this heatsink off because I have a nice little NVMe drive. And I just realized these capacitors look a little weird. They're kind of like leaning over. And there's a hair under them. Bro, stop. Now, I am actually planning to use a different fan for my heatsink, but what I have right now is the Cryo Rig C7. It's pretty cool. After struggling with the documentation for a while, to the best of my knowledge, this is how this is supposed to be mounted. There are 2 different brackets that this thing uses. I'm assuming this one is the AMD one. It had a label for one of these holes being AM3 and one of them being AM4. And then there was another one that looked different, which I'll show you in a second. And that one, I assume, is the Intel one. To be honest, the AMD one was more documented, and I believe that this probably shipped by default configured for Intel, and so they didn't document it very much, but I bought this used, so, you know, didn't really get much out of that. Now, this is helpful, but it also doesn't feel nearly as well on here as the AMD one does. This has Intel labeled, and on the other side, you flip it, it has AMD. The AMD one feels like it's way more snug, though, like it's a better fit for it. I don't know why that is. And then these are super nice, that it comes with this tool, which I think I'm probably gonna knock my heatsink off if I do this, but you know, that's okay. I didn't put any thermal paste on it yet because I just have been trying to figure this out for forever. And as you can see, all of them come up and they seem fairly good. That is what I was talking about with the brackets. As you can see, those types are very different looking. That compared to one of these right there. Ta-da! That's all good and mounted. That took forever. I think what it was, I think the issue I was having is underneath the plate, right there, a little M.2 screw. Pretty sure it was interfering with this, and probably still is. But I got it as tight as I was comfortable with, and I think we're good on this. Now, because of the limited space on the board, what I'm actually going to go ahead and do, which maybe I would have done anyway, is I'm going to run power. let's go get our graphics card. It's gonna go right there. Look at that shiny little spot. There's some issues with graphics card clearance with this little audio thing right here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and test on integrated graphics. Thankfully, this chip has integrated graphics, so I should actually be able to go test it still and make sure that my power supply is working and that everything on here isn't completely dead from shipping. So, I'll do that. That's a thumbs up. Well, also it's kind of a thumbs down, I guess, too. There we go. Okay, the fans at least spin. The power supply at least works. Oh, look! It posts! And here we are. It posts. Graphics are working. Not everything's horribly broken. That's probably all I can show off for right now. The next clip, I will have the case. The case just came in. Jack, can you flip it to me? I want to show the label. Yeah, whoa! K39. That's it, in silver. Jack hasn't seen it yet. You want to go ahead and open it up? Ugh. Oh, that's the end of the video.
Oh, it's so small I can't even see it.
Yeah, actually, I took it out earlier. So here we are. Here's the case. It does come with some screws and zip ties and even a little handle, which I'm probably not going to use. I went ahead and took off both of the side panels. It actually looks like the easiest way to do this is this right here. This top piece like slides out. You can see these screws right here. So it looks like the easiest way to do it would just be to take this shell out and then mount it onto there. So I might do that. I don't know. It is kind of weird though, because that's not the normal way to do a computer. I did show off like everything else pretty much in the other video, or in the other part, like earlier. So I'm probably going to not do that. The only update really is I have 2 drives now that I'm going to be using, so that'll be nice. And one more thing, this, I've actually gone ahead and got a different fan. I now have a Noctua cooler on here, and it uses the same clipping system that this normally comes with, and there's a website, it's JHack, I believe. I'll have it linked. And they make a little adapter and you just like screw it into here and it clips right on. And it's super easy and nice. All right, this is what I got. I went ahead and took this piece out. I have no idea what the best thing to mount is first. I assume probably motherboard, then graphics card, then power supply. I don't know, maybe motherboard, power supply, graphics card, I think actually is probably the way to go. So I'll go ahead and do that. All right, so there's that part done. And then, I don't know if I want the power supply or the graphics card next. I feel like I may have to run some cables around the graphics card, depending on, I don't even know how this is gonna be mounted, so. No, I need to do the riser. Okay, this is actually insane that I'm bending this way. Good thing I got a special riser, oh my god. It bends over, and then like, back again. That's gonna hurt a little doing this. This is gonna feel very weird. All right, power supply time, I think. There it is. Look at that. Now, I don't actually know for a fact that this should be on this side and not this side, but I'm going for it. See what happens. Now, I'm gonna be real, this is way too hard to cable manage and have in the front of the computer, and I don't feel like I'm not going to break things, so I'm just gonna stop right here and show you when it's done. And here we go. This is the monstrosity that I have created. I'm going to see if I can somehow fit this back into the case. And then I'll try to tidy up the cables as I go. I don't know how much room I'm gonna have with this. Also, I have so many extra cables. This sucks. I'm so tempted to just snip them and crimp them. Don't think I'm going to though. Alright, so I got this part screwed in, but there's an issue, and that is getting this, like, the part that I slid it in screwed in. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Alright, so I have to get this back on, which is gonna be kind of a pain, and there's a whole other one over there. Alright, I think I'm actually at the point where I'm ready to go ahead and put the panels back on. As you can see, I'm tidying them up as kind of putting the panels on and pushing the cables together and trying to get everything right. I'm still not 100% sure how I'm going to optimize and really make sure all the space is working to get the best airflow, but you know, I'm doing my best. Oh hey, that looks kind of familiar. What is that? Oh, it's the video I'm editing on my computer. So as you can see, it's up, it's working, everything's great. I may have videos of benchmarks on this in the future. I'm kind of like, I don't know, hesitant to do it because this is a small PC and the parts are gonna be performing worse than if it was in a bigger PC, just because I have to, like, I can't push things quite as much or it'll just be stupid loud and annoying. And because the PC is small, I want to have it somewhere close. Like, honestly, I was thinking about maybe even trying to make something to put it behind my monitors, or I just put it like right here next to my Go XLR. Let me show you the PC where it is right now. So that's it running right now. As you can see, it's on top of my old computer that I'm still trying to sell. It should be gone within the next few days, so I'll have to move this somewhere else. I might actually play around with overclocking and stuff, but like, honestly, I went from a 1080 Ti to a 2060, which is a downgrade in that regard. The CPU is good, but like, I think it's running at stock. I think it's running at like, actually, I don't even know if 3.6 gigahertz is stock, but it's running at that, I'm pretty sure is what I have it set at. So it'll be quiet, again, because it's in a small form factor. And if you're looking at benchmark numbers, honestly, you're probably looking at 9900Ks at like 5 gigahertz. So the performance disparity is going to be pretty big. I don't know. I definitely want to tweak with it more before I do any benchmarks. I'm not opposed to doing any benchmarks, but I just don't see the point, I guess. Like, I feel like the numbers might just be kind of disappointing to people because, you know, you very well may not understand what this thing is, which, you know, that's fine. But I think that's about it. I think I'm gonna throw another clip right about here, and it'll be this. So thank you so much for watching this. If you have any suggestions for any more videos you want to see on this computer, which is not just like a specialty computer, this is going to be my main rig for a while. So if you have any questions about it, please ask them. Bye.